everyone, this is Krystel from happinesswithintention.com, and today we're going to talk about the 8 amplifiers of financial prosperity. Let's get started with the first 3. The first 3 are actually called the technical amplifiers. Then we're going to have something called the internal amplifiers, right? And then we're going to have a third group that are called the spiritual amplifiers. So you're getting an idea that our financial prosperity is actually a combination of 3 main components that, if you combine them all and make them work together, they're going to amplify your financial prosperity in a way that you can't even imagine. It's not just the mind, it's not just making money, it's a combination of many things. So we're going to get into the first 3 that are the technical. So the first one, it's quite obvious, but you'll be surprised how many people actually don't consider this as an amplifier, is a key component of our financial prosperity, and it's the ability to produce money. Okay? Why? Because we haven't been taught how to produce money through our lives. Many of us were educated and were taught to produce money through our full-time job. So go to school, get a high-paid job, and that's how you earn a living. Many people that I know that have a job, when they get released from that job or lose that job, they don't know how to produce money. So they get like frozen, financially speaking, and they are not able to produce $1 without a job, right? Other people know how to produce money through a job, and they think other ways to produce money is like building a business, such a restaurant, but that requires money. It requires an amount to invest in. So if you don't have that first payment, you won't be able to produce money that way. So if you don't have a job and you don't have the money to start a business, you can't produce a single penny either, right? Not many people know how to produce money. And this is one of the skills that you really need to work, because you need to improve your ability to produce money. You have to get really strong at it, really skilled at it, right? The second one, once you have the money and you know how to produce it, or you're producing it already, you have another component or another amplifier that it's called manage your money. Okay? Many people earn a lot of money and they don't know how to manage their money properly. So they get in debt, or once they receive their money, they just give it away, or they just spend it all, and they don't know how to build their own financial security and their own financial freedom. And that's why they struggle so much, even though they might be earning thousands of dollars a year, but if their managing skills are not really good, they are not getting anywhere. That's just the way it is. So it's not about the amount of money you earn, it's how you manage your money. Okay, so that's another skill that you would want to improve in your life. So once you have produced the money and you know how to manage it, you take control of your expenses, you know where you go, you know how much you earn, and you know how much you spend, and you know how much your assets are, your liabilities, and you make your financial decisions properly, you will want to start improving your investment skills. So if you ever want to achieve financial freedom and financial stability, you must learn how to invest your money, because you will want to work at some time in your life. You will want to stop working, or be able to stop working, take some vacations, spend time with your family, and go back to work whenever you want, right? You want that kind of choice in your life. And if you get sick, you want to be able to concentrate and improve your health and take charge of your health without the financial concern behind that circumstance, right? So investing money is the way you are going to get out of that rat race that Robert Kiyosaki talks about, right? So you want to start creating passive income, so that way you can produce money without working. So those are the technical skills. But then comes the internal skills, the internal amplifiers. If you don't work in the internal amplifiers, the technical amplifiers, which are the beginning of your financial prosperity, they won't be able to scale up. You won't be able to scale those results up. That's when you become like really stuck and you don't know why. So there has to be a mental component. The mental component is related to the thoughts and the beliefs you have towards yourself and towards money. Okay, so for instance, you know you have to produce money in different ways, and you just start believing, no, I can't sell, that's not for me, no way I'm going to do this, no, I'm too shy, I can't do this, I don't know, right? So all those thoughts are preventing you from improving your ability to produce money, because producing money requires some sort of skill, and you have to improve your selling techniques and your selling skills. You have to be able to know how to sell, even if it's a job, because when you are looking for a job, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself as the best candidate. You're selling yourself to be the best resource for that company. So you are selling yourself. But if you're selling other products or services, you have to know how to sell. And many people have a lot of ideas and paradigms related to selling, related to money, related to self-worth and self-esteem, like I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve it, I don't know how, I can't do it. Money is the root of all evil. So you have to work on your mental ideas, on your mental component. You have to reprogram your mind. Then comes a fifth component that is called the emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, it's like one of the key components, because most of our decisions, 100% of our decisions, are ruled by emotions. Most of them are by fear. So the emotional part of it, you must be able to work and control your emotions, so that you can consciously take some decisions that, even though you're scared, even though they hold you, they make you feel uncomfortable, you know from a rational and conscious point of view that's the path you are going to take, and that's the next step you need to take. So you have to be able to take charge over the emotions. That way you can grow beyond your comfort zone, you can expand your limits, and you can achieve new results and achieve greater results in your financial prosperity. So it takes a lot of emotional intelligence to be able to take those steps that require stepping out of your comfort zone, right? The sixth component, it's the energy. Energy is so important. We are all made of energy. Everything is made of energy. We are all vibrating at different frequencies. You've probably heard that before. So there's nothing such as good energy and bad energy. There are no negatives. But there is something called high frequency, right? And low frequency. So that's what people commonly name as bad energy or negative energy. There's no negative energy, just low frequency. So when you're at a very low frequency, that's when your negative thoughts come into your mind. You attract all the bad things. You are out of joy, stress, sadness, worry. That's low vibration. When you're in high vibration, you are full of joy. But there's something really awesome that happens when you're in a high vibration state, and it's that your brain opens to creativity. So you actually come up with new ideas. You start imagining and creating new things on how to produce money, for example. You get creative, you get new ideas. You attract new people to your life that are going to propose you different businesses or activities or services that you can provide, and that way you can improve your financial prosperity. So being in a high energy level, it's so important. There are many techniques that you can use so you can keep that high energy, such as meditation, right? EFT is another technique. It's a really great technique because it goes to the root. Laugh, sex, like orgasms, they boost your energy. Love, right? Music, dancing, shouting, exercising. There are a lot of things you can do to keep your energy levels high. But the most important thing is taking care and taking charge of your mental state so that you start being aware of your negative thoughts, and then you can change them, switch them, change the channel to a positive perspective. That way your vibration, your energy level is going to improve. The spiritual. So there's a spiritual component, and it's about the universal laws about money and about financial prosperity. So this is related more to the service you provide to other people. So think of money as a reward. Like God has created an amazing tool to reward you every time you serve other people, because we're here in this physical plane just to help others. That's why we are here. And we are created with a unique point of view, with unique gifts, and it is not an accident you are unique in the world. It's no accident. It's because you're meant to deliver a message, a service, or a product to somebody else. That's you need to help others. So when you do that, when you give what God has given you, the God or the universe or the source, whatever you call it, doesn't matter, because the principle and the law is still there, and it's just a name. But hear me out. So you've given all these gifts, you've come with a full package, and you're meant to give away those gifts, put into service those gifts, right? So every time you do so, it's like you get rewarded. That's your reward, that's your reward. So if you're not getting a reward, it's because you're not serving enough. You're not putting into service all the gifts that you've been given, and that's why you're not getting the money. So there's no such thing as money issues. There is like serving other people issues. You're not getting money, you need to serve other people, you need to help, you need to provide service to other people. And you're getting some kind of money, you want to improve that, well, serve more people or just provide more service, right? It's related a little bit to that, and it's also related to letting other people learn their own process and not doing other people's work. So the universal laws, if you respect them, if you know them, and you act according to them, it's like your path is going to be so smooth and easy, and your doors are going to open easily, and that becomes the eighth component that is in your path. That's what I call it. So take this example. I wanted to study. Once I got out of school, I wanted to study. I wanted to go to medical school. So I tried to get into, but we had no money, and we had some paper problems. I didn't have the school degree, so I couldn't get into the college. So I wasn't able to take that first step, but surprisingly, I was able to take that first step into engineering. I started studying engineering in the same circumstances, with the same conditions, no money, no papers, but my doors were open for engineering, and they were severely closed to study medicine. I tried to switch my career to medicine for 3 more times. I tried the scholarship, I tried to make a transfer, I tried quitting and subscribing to another career, but none of those worked for me. It's like someone didn't open that little door for me. But in the engineering world, in my engineering path, it's like everything was open. It was so easy to go through that path. It almost felt, now looking backwards, like someone was taking me through the hand and showing me the way. And that person was like telling me, no, this is not the way, this is it, right? So once you identify where you are most fluent, where things flow easily for you, that's your path. That's where you are meant to be. For now, you just have to know, you should ask life, the universe, God, the source, you should ask, what is your path? What should you do? Because sometimes we get lost and we don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know. So the way you do that is not asking, like making a question. It's actually taking action. Once you take action, you know, I don't know if I should do A or should do B, but you just do both and you see the results. And that way you ask life. Life will respond back. God will respond back. And that situation, if that's meant for you, it will flow naturally. It will boost into more opportunities. It will blossom, right? But if it's not your thing and you're not meant to be there, it will start getting hard. You're going to begin to struggle. You're going to bang your head against the wall because it's not your path and your doors are closed. And if you don't understand that, it's going to be a really rough path in life. But take into account, you should try at least 3 times so that you can confirm the response, you can confirm the feedback, and a maximum of 7 times. Right? If you try less than 3, you are not persistent enough. So sometimes we need to be persistent. Persistency is one of the key factors for success. But if you do it more than 7, you're just stubborn and you're just not understanding the message. So that's all for now. We can dig much deeply into each one of these, but for time issues, we're not going to this time. But I hope this overview of the 8 amplifiers has given you a great perspective, a broad perspective about your financial prosperity and what you need to work. You need to work on the 8 of them. Not 1 or 2, not just the technical and the internal. You have to work actually on the 3 components. That's the 8 amplifiers. Okay, bye-bye. Talk to you soon.